definitely accomplish that.
Absolutely.
So we've got Fort Worth OD Wyatt coming up next.
Yes,
They're on the schedule
at 5 p.m.
And so again, we've got a little time. We're moving right along here. We've got Sebastian has now joined us, the heads up mascot, and
doesn't have his costume on.
No, well, no. Doesn't have his it's a little warm today. We got almost up to 80, I think. So of course the weather is always doing some fun thing. We are chilling out on the couch this evening, just taking it easy, trying to somebody set off a hop apparently. So we just excited to talk to all of these teams. Again, we continue to provide this platform virtually so that we can stay connected with these guys that we're used to seeing in the gyms, easily on any given day. So it's a little tougher now. Coach, you've been doing great going out to the practices. As you said, it's good to capture some of the magic behind the scenes and just really show people the hard work, and not the parents. I know the parents know, but everybody else, all of the spectators, and who enjoy this incredible game we call basketball. So what else? What's some news?
Let's see. Election day is Tuesday.
Oh wait, I wasn't ready.
That's news. That's going to be my news.
Well, we'll keep talking about that throughout. So yeah, election day. I do want to tell people though, there's a lot of worry and speculation, and I know downtown Dallas is already starting to prepare. Businesses are boarding up because either way there could be some situations, and so it's really stressful. I'm holding it down really well. I'm gonna have to step off scene for a second, just because this is truly it's been a remarkable journey. We are early voted on day 2 of voting.
Yes.
October 14th. Early voting started October 13th. We made it out on 7 a.m. And historically, for the first time ever, we went to the American Airlines Center and voted. Shout out to Mark Cuban and the entire team that facilitated that. That was probably the best experience I've ever had voting, and I've been voting for a tiny minute, not too much. That was a great experience, and
here's some news too. Mm-hmm. Not only did he just win a world championship with the Los Angeles Lakers, but LeBron James was just named the most influential celebrity in this year's election.
Yeah. He's done a lot of work.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of work.
Kudos to him for doing work off the court.
I mean, the last 5 months, my goodness, have been, on top of the pandemic, you've got this nonstop pandemic that's been going on for, centuries. And so, he has just really been, he's been vocal. He has been trend setting. And so, to know that he was just recently voted to that position is great. So we are slowly getting in some of our Fort Worth fellas.
The tour continues on to Funky Town, Texas.
Funky Town. I want you to.
Let's go ahead and bring in the young head coach doing an outstanding job transforming the Fort Worth ODY program, Coach DeMarcus James.
Coach James.
How are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on?
Now listen,
Good.
I gotta tell everybody this now. He's Coach James to the world, man, but he's always been like a little brother to me, man. I mean, his dad was my high school coach, so I literally watched him grow up from the time he was knee-high to a duck. And he, went on from there. They even went to my alma mater, UTA, and followed him there. So extremely proud of this young man for his journey and what he's doing now and to impact kids in the Fort Worth community, man. Kudos to you, DJ.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I tell people all the time, man, that I've been around this thing at a high level, man, from like you said, watching you guys get down and pops them every year around that same time. Regionals was for 5A was at Baylor. And I knew I had it on my schedule every year that Carter was going to be there. So that, I look forward to that every single year. So I appreciate, you guys and what you did for me as far as impacting me to wanting to be part of this game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Coach, talk a little bit about you guys coming into the season. You guys have had some high expectations in Fort Worth. And so talk a little bit about some of your expectations for this year's group.
Well, Bone, like every high school should, our expectation and our goal is to get a chance to represent the city of Fort Worth down in San Antonio and bring a state championship back to Fort Worth. It's been a while since that's happened, and we want to be the team to do it. So we working every single day to try to attain that goal, and I feel pretty good about our chances.
And talk a little bit about some of the teams you got scheduled this year. You guys got a pretty tough schedule. Me knowing you don't run from any competition. You want to play anybody, anywhere. So talk a little bit about some of those notable teams you scheduled this year.
Of course. Man, everybody on our schedule, for the most part, is either a former state champion or was in the state semifinals last year, or have some high major recruits on the team. We kick it off with Kimball on the 13th, I believe. It's 13th or 14th. And I feel like that's going to be a matchup of two of the top programs, and not only DFW and in the state. Kimball, we go to, I got it right here. We return that game to YMLA. Woodrow Wilson's coming over. We go to DeSoto, and right back to back after that, we're going down to play Legacy down in Houston. And they got a team full of Division I guys, so that's going to be an excellent chance for our guys to showcase what they can do. Absolutely. And play Argyle, University Academy, Dallas Carter, South Grand Prairie. Madison comes to the front to play. We keep that rivalry going with Dunbar. And,
Good.
We round it off with going to Duncanville and Fay Family before we start district.
Gotcha. Wow. Big time schedule now. With all of that heat, that means you got to have some players to be able to handle that kind of schedule, Coach. So introduce some of your guys to us as we bring them on, and talk a little bit about who some of the players to watch are and what we can expect from these guys.
Okay, yeah, Jabari. So this group of guys, the group of seniors, they've been around us. Well, they've been around each other since the 6th grade, but they've been around us for 4 years, man. They were just pups when we made a regional run a couple years ago. So you're saying that this schedule, you got to have some players to play the schedule, but these guys, this type of competition and heat, they're not no strangers to it. Like I said, they've been in big games after big games after big games, and they are well prepared to play a schedule as such. And we had a couple guys that may hop on here late that we either at work or out with family, but online I see we got Marcel McQuarrie and Bobby Flowers, and I'll let them introduce themselves when the time comes.
Okay. Fellas, go ahead and introduce yourselves to us.
I'm going to say something real quickly, though. Hey, Bobby, before you introduce yourself, I want you to put some light on your face for me, because I want the good people to see who you are. And so that way we can hear everything you got to say. Yeah, there we go. Get some light. Now I can see you. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. That's wonderful. Well, now you disappeared. The light came on. All right, so let's start over. Let's just go ahead and Dwayne, go ahead and give us your name, your position, right, and your grade.
Dwayne Bradley, power forward center. I'm a junior.
All right, thank you, Marcel. Marcel
McQuarrie, guard and forward, and I'm in the 12th grade.
So I'm gonna throw this out to you, Marcel. Let me ask you a question now. I've had the pleasure of watching you play a long time. I believe you're one of the more underrated guys, not just in the area, but in the state of Texas. Talk a little bit about that chip that you play with on your shoulder and how that fuels you each and every time you go out playing against other guys, other top guys.
Well, I mean, every time I get the chance to play against a top guy or really anybody, I'm gonna show them like don't sleep on me. Like I'm here. Like you got to worry about me too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what does a college coach get in a kid like you, Marcel?
He gonna get someone that's gonna work every day, and that's gonna work extra. Even when the team not working, he gonna get somebody that play hard. Every time he step on the court.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Coach James, real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
what's it like coaching some of these guys? Talk about that process.
Man, Jabbar, it's been fun, man. It's been a fun ride like I'm talking about this group. It's been a fun ride. These guys, they gym rats. Like I said, they have great chemistry together. They've been around each other, since a young age. Just to speak on Marcel, he's one of our returning leaders. He's one of the hardest working kids, probably the hardest working kid that I've been around.
Wow.
And I seen you put a post the other day, and it's something that I really believe in. Hard work translates.
Absolutely.
And he not only works hard, he's talented enough. And 2 years from now, he's good now, but 2 years from now, he's going to be an even better player just because of the work ethic and the things that his parents have instilled in him.
All right. Well, we are looking forward to, whatever you all bring to the court. And Coach James, I want to ask you this, and I'm asking this of all the coaches in particular, just because we are in this incredible season with COVID-19. It is, again, we are not rounding any corners, despite what folks may say out in the media. And so we're about to probably hit a really difficult wave, especially with influenza and all of that. It's just a lot going on. What's your biggest challenge right now with dealing with your team and our young guys and getting them to really combat this and be as safe as possible so that you all can have a full season? What's your biggest challenge that you face?
The biggest challenge is just trying to get them to understand the severity of the situation. I mean, if one person tests positive, and you essentially lose in two weeks from your season. And, depending on when that 2 weeks fall, it could be a crucial part to derailing the goals that we have set for a program. So trying to get these guys to pay attention to detail, keep their mask on when they're supposed to keep their mask on, stay social distance, washing your hands, hand sanitizing, doing everything as possible, necessarily possible to try to negate those things. And at the end of the day, if you can do everything possible to prevent it, then we've done our job. We've done our job. So hopefully, like you said, we can get through a full season. I know these guys are eager and hungry to get back out there after the finish that we had last year. So hopefully we can get through a full season and be able to have opportunity to do what we set out to do this year.
Absolutely. Good.
Okay. You want to go ahead and bring in, I think he's back, Bobby. And then I have he's here. Hey, Bobby, welcome back. Look at you, all nice and lit. I like it. And he's frozen. Okay, so I have a question. I got a question for the whole team, for y'all. Who is your biggest, who are you anticipating facing the most this season?
Each player can answer that one.
Yeah, we'll start with you, Coach.
To be honest with you, I don't have no particular team. I'm just anxious to get back out there and get it going, man. We, like I said, with the way that everything finished last year, these guys are hungry to get back and have an opportunity to go set out what our goal was. This is last ride for this 2021 group. So I'm expecting a special year.
Absolutely. Bobby, how about you? What you looking forward to this year? All right, Dwayne. Dwayne, what you looking forward to this year?
I'm not looking at a particular matchup. I'm just looking at bring.
Now, Coach James, I'm told that not only are these guys some talented athletes, but you got some great students in the classroom as well. Marcel being one of them. Marcel, talk a little bit about why you want to be more than just an athlete, why that's important to you.
I feel like being more than an athlete, it takes me to like a different level and like makes me have different connections. And I feel like if I'm like, say something tragic happens, I still have school to back up on a whole nother career.
Absolutely.
That's really good.
Dwayne, talk a little bit about why the academic side of things is important to you.
In case I have like an injury or anything, I have something I can fall back on.
Absolutely.
So let me ask the two of you, because we've got a little extra time since it was just a few of you here. Dwayne, I'll go back to you. Or right now, yeah. What is it you're going to major in?
Criminal justice.
Oh, can't have enough of that. So that's really good. I commend you on that. Is there anything in particular that inspired you to do that?
To help with crime rate and forward.
Crime rate. Wow.
Absolutely. I want to give you a quick tidbit. You should follow EJI, which is the Equal Justice Initiative. I forgot what the I was for. There was a movie called Just Mercy that was out. Brian Stevenson, real life attorney. That's what he specializes in. And so I would encourage you to go follow them, look them up on Twitter and all that good stuff, and pay attention to what they're doing. And, you could someday collaborate and work with them. Marcel, what is your end game for a major in college, career-wise?
I would say accounting or some type of business.
Okay. You good with numbers?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. Well, good. We definitely encourage you all to, stay the course. And make sure you are equally focused on both of those things, on and off the court. It'll make the difference in your life moving forward. So we encourage you all to,
And character matters, guys. I always
Yes.
remember that. A lot of times players that get caught up in the talent and forget about the character piece. And very few athletic careers can survive a bad reputation after high school. I always remember that. So once you leave Fort Worth O.D. Wyatt High School, your character is going to be the thing that's going to matter to you the most in life. So I always remember that. Coach James.
That's all you got when it's all gone.
Coach James, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the time. Good luck this season. Of course, we'll be watching and supporting. And you guys stay safe, stay healthy.
Yep. Stay masked up. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Fort Worth O.D. Wyatt in the building.